Good evening and welcome to ICU TV MAIN News. We take a look at stories making headlines. Government starts consultations on fire and emergency management bill. Zambia destroys 3,000 firearms during the 2025 amnesty program. President Hichilema receives Lifetime Achievement Award at Zambian Man of the Year Award 2025. And in international news, hundreds of flights cancelled in UAE as airlines scrambled to cut traffic during shutdown. And in sports news, Zambia under-17 team shines, qualifies for the last 2032 of FIFA under-17 World Cup. With the news details, my name is Memory Mwango. The Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development has started national consultations with different stakeholders on the draft Fire and Emergency Management Service Bill. The main goal of the bill is to improve and modernize Zambia fire and emergency response systems. Speaking at the official opening of the consultative meeting in Lusaka, the Permanent Secretary for Administration, Dr. Gabriel Poleni, said this is the first time Zambia will have a complete law that focuses on fire and emergency services. Dr. Poleni added that Zambia currently doesn't have a specific law for the fire and emergency services. Because of this, fire departments operate under different and sometimes unclear rules, leading to poor coordination and limited capacity. He said this has contributed to loss of lives and damage of property. Meanwhile, Superintendent Devi Komisha, Fire Inspectorate Officer at the Ministry of Local Government, said the country has operated without a proper fire management system for a long time. He explains that fire services have been relying on other laws that do not fully cover their work. He expressed hope that the new bill will provide a strong legal foundation to guide and improve fire and emergency services in Zambia. The Zambia Police Service has taken a significant step towards enhancing public safety and security by destroying firearms collected during the September 2025 Firearms Amnesty. The event, held under the theme Silencing Gun by 2030, was aimed at reducing the rise of illegal weapons in the country.
In a significant move to enhance public safety and security, the Zambia Police Service has destroyed firearms collected during September 2025 Firearms Amnesty, held under the theme Silencing Guns by 2030 at Hichilema Police Training College. The event was graced by the Permanent Secretary for Home Affairs and Internal Security, Mr. Dickson Matembo, who represented the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Honorable Jack Mwembo. Mr. Matembo commended the Zambia Police Service for their efforts in collecting the firearms and urged citizens to continue surrendering their illegal firearms to the authorities.
To building a safer, more peaceful Zambia in harmony with aspirations of the African Union and the global agenda for peace and security.
The destruction of the firearms demonstrates the government's commitment to combating crime and reducing the circulation of illegal weapons in the country. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Grafael Musamba, was represented by Mr. Fred Hamanga, who oversaw the destruction of the firearms on his behalf. Mr. Hamanga highlighted the significance of the event, stating that the destruction of the firearms will contribute to a safer and more secure environment for Zambians. The Zambia Police Service remains committed to working with the public to ensure a crime-free Zambia and appeals to citizens to continue reporting any suspicious activities to the authorities. Precious Banda reporting for ICUTV News in Lusaka.
President Hakainde Hichilema has been honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Zambian Man of the Year Award 2025. The award recognizes his remarkable leadership and positive impact on the nation, from promoting free education to driving economic reforms. The president dedicated the award to the people of Zambia, saying it belongs to every citizen working hard to build a better country.
Just to confirm that the largest producer of emeralds over years has been Colombia. But Zambia has overtaken Colombia as the largest producer.
Zambia now produces almost 70% of the global emeralds.
And the quality is growing.
The quality is exceptional. That's because our soil is exceptional. We have sodium, we have type 2 water, we have strength in our gemstones, and color saturation that give it sparkles better than anyone else, without any enhancements. If you need a science lecture, please come visit me.
Part of our agenda now is the government, as we're working hard on the copper. You've heard the numbers on the copper, projecting $11 billion earnings this year or the next few months. In 2 years' time, $25 billion. Now we're moving to emeralds and other precious and semi-precious stones to give them the support so we can also generate more value for the country, for the benefit of even the woman in the village, and the sick, the old, the retired, and those that live with disability. That's the mission. We must plan for this lady.
This will be a constant reminder for our president of, and every time we find a new gemstone, I'll come and talk to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Israeli President Isaac Herzog will visit Zambia from November 10th to November 11, 2025 in a reciprocal state visit following Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema visit to Israel in June 2023. The visit aims to strengthen the bilateral relations between the two nations. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Malambo Haimbe, confirms the visit, which will focus on deepening cooperation in various sectors. The discussions between the two leaders will be held under the General Framework Agreement of Cooperation signed earlier in 2023. Topics of conversation will include agriculture, health, education, technology, trade, and investment. These areas are considered important for promoting long-term partnership between Zambia and Israel. In addition to economic matters, President Herzog and President Hakainde Hichilema will also address regional and global issues, particularly focusing on peace and security. Both leaders are expected to exchange views on matters that are of mutual interest between the two countries. President Herzog is scheduled to conclude his official visit on November 11, 2025, after 2 days of diplomatic talks. This visit highlights the continued commitment of both nations to enhance their ties and foster closer cooperation in various fields. We take our first break. Stay tuned for more news updates.
Welcome to the Zambia Research and Development Center, an institution dedicated to national development through capacity building and community development. Established in 2007 by a group of professionals and lecturers, ZRDC has since become a hub of research and innovation in the country. Registered with the Ministry of Home Affairs under the Registrar of Societies, ZRDC pursues cutting-edge research to address pressing social and economic challenges. Get involved. ZRDC engages in activities that stimulate international collaboration, promote knowledge sharing, and make research expertise available to decision makers. Our mission at ZRDC is to foster innovation and capacity building for national development. We believe in addressing poverty and underdevelopment through institutional and capacity building, human empowerment, and gender participation. In our quest to foster innovation and capacity building for national development, ZRDC launched the ZRDC University Sponsorship for Capacity Building and Development Program to facilitate knowledge advancement among ZRDC researchers and those intending to join the research community. Qualified Zambian citizens can pursue education at credible universities in Zambia with guaranteed prospects of joining the ZRDC research community. ZRDC engages in industrial and technological research, covering research development and innovative investigations to drive dynamic industrial development at national and regional levels. Join us at the Zambia Research and Development Center as we continue to innovate, empower, and shape a brighter future for Zambia. ZRDC, fostering innovation and capacity building for national development.
Welcome back, and now we continue with the news. The Zambia Medicine Regulatory Authority has officially registered lenacapavir, a long-acting injectable antiretroviral drug for HIV prevention. This approval marks a significant step in Zambia's goal to end HIV as a public health threat by 2030. Minister of Health Dr. Elijah Mushima emphasizes the government's commitment to innovative HIV prevention technologies. Lenacapavir, administered once every 6 months, provides long-term protection from HIV. This follows the introduction of another long-acting ARV, cabotegravir, area in 2024. Dr. Muchima credits the achievement to the leadership of President Hakainde Hichilema and Zambia's investment in health innovations. Dr. Muchima highlights the lenacapavir is crucial as Zambia continues to face around 30,000 new HIV infections each year, particularly among adolescents, girls, and young women. The drug will be offered free to all eligible Zambians, providing an important option for those who find daily prevention difficulty. The minister acknowledges global partners like the Global Fund and World Health Organization for their support. He reaffirms Zambia's commitment to ensuring lenacapavir reaches those who need it most, expanding access beyond traditional healthcare settings. A 34-year-old man of Chifunambuli district has died by suicide after allegedly hanging himself with a bedsheet outside his girlfriend's house. Luapula Province Police Commanding Officer Mwala Yuhi confirmed the incident, identifying the deceased as John Sondash of Mutwale village in Senior Chief Mwewa's area. Mr. Yuhi said the deceased is believed to have taken his life after learning that his girlfriend, whom he had planned to marry following his separation from his wife, intended to reconcile with her former husband. Police have since visited the scene and confirmed the incident. We take another break, and coming up is international and sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and now in international news. Nearly 2,000 flights in the US are cancelled or delayed after airlines were told to cut traffic during the government shutdown. Domestic flights at 40 of the country's busiest airports will be affected as officials try to ease pressure on air traffic controllers. Airports have been dealing with air traffic controller shortages who are either calling in sick or taking side jobs as they work without pay during the federal government shutdown. The Federal Aviation Administration says reductions will start at 4% of internal flights before raising to the full 10% by the end of next week. It warns up to 4,000 flights per day could be affected. Several of the largest US airlines are assuring customers they'll be able to get full refunds for the cancelled flights. Still in international news, many Tanzanians have been charged with treason following widespread unrest sparked by a contested general election held on October 29. Court documents show that at least 145 people are facing charges, including criminal conspiracy, after being accused of attempting to obstruct the electoral process. One of the accused, a businesswoman, allegedly sold tear gas masks to demonstrators. The protest, described by right groups as some of the deadliest in the country's history, reportedly left over 1,000 people dead, although the government has denied the figure and provided no official statement. Human rights groups and the opposition party, Chadema, claim excessive force was used by security forces during the demonstrations. President Samia Hassan secured nearly 98% of the vote in the process, heavily criticized by observers. The African Union cited serious irregularities, including ballot stuffing, internet shutdowns, politically motivated arrests, and the exclusion of opposition candidates, raising concerns over the legitimacy of the election outcome. We take another break. As we come back, we look at sports stories.
The Information and Communications University is driving the thrill for the nation in research and development. Enroll now for full-time and distance programs in the School of Engineering, Humanities, Business and Education. To apply, visit our website at www.icuzambia.net or call us on +260 211 221 662 or 0966 342 359. Sponsorship is available. Enroll now.
Zambia Under-17 boys national team have secured a spot in the last 32 stage of the 2025 FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Qatar, following a thrilling 5-2 win over Honduras in their second group stage match. The young Polos' impressive performances showcased their skill and determination, outpassing Honduras with a convincing scoreline. This milestone marks a historic moment, highlighting the country's growing football talent. The team will face Brazil in their final group stage match on Monday, aiming to top Group H with their side set on advancing further. Zambia youngsters are ready to make a lasting impression in the tournament. That sports item brings us to the end of the main news. Before we go, we take a look at stories making headlines. Government starts consultation on fire and emergency management bill. Zambia destroys 3,000 firearms during 2025 amnesty program. President Hichilema receives Lifetime Achievement Award at Zambia Man of the Year Awards 2025. And international news, hundreds of flights cancelled in US as airlines scramble to gate traffic during shutdown. And in sports, Zambia Under-17 team shines qualifiers for last 32 of FIFA Under-17 World Cup. Thank you so much for watching. For more news updates, stay glued to our Facebook page ICUTV and our website ICUTVZM.com. Good evening.